What's the haps? I'm John, aka Meroka, and welcome to Spiel. So, got a big announcement this week. I've been saying I'm going to make this for over a month now, and it's about time I dang well did, I think. We're in an arena. I don't often do arenas. This could be interesting to see how this goes. So, yeah, been promising this for a while, and the grand announcement is Button Mash will be starting a Kickstarter campaign. It's kind of a big deal. Okay, so long-term followers of this channel and what I talk about and stuff may be aware that way back in the days of yore, Button Mash didn't do Spiral Knights very poorly. Matter of fact, we didn't even do it well. What we did was gaming events. What we did was we worked in a local theatre, and before everyone tells me I know I can shield block the shock, I just don't. That's to you guys. Yeah, we used to host gaming events in a local theatre, and it was a lot of fun, and people turned out to it, and it was great, and wonderful times were had by all, so it was a fantastic thing. And then the building was not particularly well managed or marketed or any of that kind of stuff, and it ended up going into administration and shutting down, so we had nowhere to put on a gaming event that was lots of fun and everyone loved. So that was sad. So then I started doing videos instead, and we started writing reviews and things, and we took an entirely different direction. But we've been talking to the guys who now own the building, same building, just new management, and they really like what we did. They've heard all about the old Button Mash, and they think it's great, and they want to work with us on doing it again. The only difference is they know how to run a building, and the way they run a building is by charging room hire. And, well, it's a lot more than we have just lying around in our pockets, let's be honest. So, what we need is, we need people to show their support for us, show how much they absolutely want to see our events again, and to come out and crowdfund our new event, the grand relaunch of Button Mash. So, that's where we're currently at. So, the main bar is free to hire. They're okay with that. As long as we're bringing people into the building, they're okay with us putting on whatever. So that's cool. So we can do that. So we're going to have a gaming event anyway. But make no mistake, we will be doing Button Mash. But how much people raise depends on how big a party we can throw for you guys. So if we hit our main goal is to hire out the main auditorium, because everyone really likes playing video games on a giant cinema screen, right? That's, we've got this, drive to get bigger TVs. Well, how about if we could offer you the biggest TV? Never mind your 40-inch TVs, never mind your 50-inch TVs, we're talking cinema screen gaming here. We got, okay, that's a big jelly. And I don't have anything shadow. Oh god. I may die here on the first room. That wouldn't be good. But hey ho. So that's the main thing. In the past we've hosted pills. We haven't hosted pills, but I need that pill. Ow! God, that hurts. We've hosted your big titles, the ones that I suppose your broskies kind of want to play. Call of Duty, Halo, the big titles, the ones that sell consoles, let's be honest, the really big titles. But the problem with those kind of things is they take a really long time to play. If you're sat in a queue of people waiting for a 4-player split-screen game of Call of Duty or Halo to play itself out, you end up waiting a while. Those games we're looking 15 to 20 minutes long in each instance, and that's a long time to be waiting if you're in a big queue, and that's not fun. And if it's not fun, we don't want any part of not fun things. So we want something that can be fun for everyone. So we're thinking sort of your quicker, faster paced party like games, stuff that everyone can get involved in really quickly and turnover games. Finish your game, bam, 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 you win. Yeah, congratulations, you're the winner. Next person up. And then you jump back in the queue and do it again, and it won't be long before you're playing again. So, quick games. Battle Block Theatre is the main game we're looking at for that sort of thing, because that's quick little sort of arena-based brawling kind of stuff. In that vein, also things like Super Smash Bros. Seem like they'd be a pretty good fit for that kind of space. So that's what we're looking at for the big main feature. Beyond that, we have other things we want to show. We always had a lot more, but each room in the building costs us more money, and we don't have... well, like I say, we don't have the money to do it on hand, so by showing your support for us, we can bring back all the features, and more. We'll be having more features. We're having lots of features. Things you've never seen before. One thing you may have seen before if you attended a previous event is in the black box studio space that the building has, a rather nice little studio. We always put up lots of stage lighting and a smoke machine and a stage, and we hosted the best damn karaoke you ever saw. Basically, we put on Rock Band. Got all the instruments, drum set, vocals, the whole shebang, and we put it up as if you're actually on stage. And we put loads of audience seating space out there, so it is karaoke. You are going to be in front of an audience, essentially. You're going to be putting on a show, but you are the star for the night. You will be our rock stars. You pick out whichever song you want to play, and you play it, and yeah, you know how karaoke works. You've heard of karaoke before, right? It's the same concept, but you do it with a plastic guitar and a plastic drum set instead of just singing very poorly into a microphone. Although that's an option as well, because obviously Rock Band comes with a microphone. So if you enjoy singing poorly, we're going to let you do that as well. It strikes me I should have had a shadow sword here, but I did not think ahead. I just rush in like I always do. So that's the second space. That's always a very popular space. People love Rock Band. Rock Band's fun for everyone. Ow! Hit that heart and not get hit by these guys. Jeez, ow! I really hate shock with a passion. Ah! Oh god! I lost screen focus. I hate when I do that. I hate these guys' shields. I hate everything about these guys. These guys are really nasty. So space numero 3, or wait, hang on, no, I suppose Rock Band's technically space number 3. Space number 4 is well, we're hoping it's going to be a tabletop space. We're sort of in negotiations on this one. I was hesitant to make this video because obviously we haven't nailed down these details yet, and as a consequence we may or may not have concluded them by the time this video goes live, and then hence the Kickstarter may or may not be live. If the Kickstarter's not live, believe me, it will be before the end of the week. I'll put links in the description on the screen, obviously, for you to go check it out and back it. If it's not live, it will be very soon. If it is, that's great. And if it is live, that means we've probably got the tabletop space pretty much nailed down. So we'll be having card games, board games, that kind of thing. Stuff that you can sit around a table with your mates and play together like that. Very cool, social, actual face-to-face stuff. And you're going to have to stop healing people because I don't like it when you do that. Oh god, he got healed by the other healer. Ah, there's too many of them. I need to get him before he resurrects the other one as well, I know. Okay, I think we're good. More or less. Other than the fact that I'm nearly dead. Maybe I should throw bottles at them. What happens if I throw bottles at them? Ha! Eat bottles. Nothing happens. This is why vials seem pointless to me. I've never particularly found a good use for bottles or vials or whatever we're calling them in this game. They seem very, very situational. Okay, that's one of them down. I'm trapped! Oh god. Maybe I can just kite them with these guys. Okay, so yeah, the tabletop space should be a lot of fun. It's something we wanted to do before, we've always wanted to do in the past, but we don't own a lot of tabletop stuff, which is why we're kind of working with outside groups this time, so hopefully that should come together nicely. We're really hoping that turns into a great space. Then our top floor, the top floor of the building, the last notable stretch goal that we really do want to hit is going to be a space that we've never actually had before to work with. So we wanted to put something really good there, and what we've done is I've spoken to the developer of the PlayStation Move focused game, Johann Sebastian Joust. It uses PlayStation Move, but it doesn't use the PlayStation. It's on PC. It was part of the Super Sports Friends Kickstarter a while back, which got funded. I was going to say it got funded way above and beyond what they wanted, but I don't think it did. I think it just scraped by, actually. I think it only just made their goal on the day, which is kind of a close call thing. But that got funded, that's cool, that's underway, and I've spoken to the developer, and I don't fancy doing Room 3, so I'm going to skip that. And he's happy to let us have a copy of the alpha for our event, because it means we get to show off his awesome product to you guys, so he gets a little bit of publicity out of it, and we get a really freaking sweet feature. So Johann Sebastian Joust is kind of this weird experimental game that doesn't have a screen. We call it a video game, but all it uses is video game controllers. So you hold the PlayStation Move controller in your hand. It's a bit like musical chairs. Music plays at different speeds, and as the music speeds up, you can move faster. As the music slows down, you move slower. And the goal is to jostle the other player's controller so that the light on the end of it flashes red, and that signifies that they're out of the game. And they're trying to do the same to you, and obviously if the music slows down, you need to slow down, so you start playing defensively, and it's a really cool game. I've heard of it being played in like streets and stuff in the past, and that just sounds like a really cool experience, which is something we may attempt to do once we get our hands on a copy of that, because at that point we would be able to do such a thing. Oddly enough, it runs on a Mac of all formats, but basically the game handles all the drivers and controlling the controllers. So I don't really need anything particularly fancy, you just need a Mac and the software, and it does everything for you. It's a 7-player, really weird social kind of game, and it's cool, right? We really want that space. I would absolutely freaking love to be able to put that on for you guys. And I think it'd be hilarious just to have a big crowd full of random strangers playing this game together. So that's more or less kind of everything that we've got. I've noted another stretch goal because, you know, it would be nice to think we could get beyond room hire. And the other notable thing that we really want to work on is bringing back the arcade cabinets. Our old events had an arcade cabinet that the previous venue owner was quite kind enough to actually fund himself, and it wasn't particularly cheap. A couple £100 that thing cost to make. And in the transition of management, all the expensive bits of it were thrown away, unfortunately. Basically, during the clean out, people found all these gubbins and wirings and circuit boards and had no idea what they were, and it just looked like sort of junky machine bits out of God only knows what. So they're like, well, we don't know what it's for, we've got no use for it, let's throw it away. That was ours, damn it. So that's gone into a skip somewhere, and that's a bit annoying because it was kind of expensive. We would have liked to have just been able to go, hey guys, arcade cabinet's back, here we go, no big deal. But unfortunately we can't do that because we don't have it anymore. The final event we ran in the past, I built a sort of gaming jukebox kind of affair, which was a little black box with a monitor in it and a PC behind it, and it was running a copy of Steam and loads of music games like Audio Surf and Beat Hazard, and it had Xbox controllers hanging out the front. That's one of my favourite things that I built, actually, and I'm going to be bringing that one back. That's a definite must have. We can't not have that because that was such a cool little device. So we're going to be having that, and yeah, that's the meat of the affair, and that's what we want people to come out to, and we hope you want to come out to because we think it's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope you think it's going to be a lot of fun too. Ask anybody who went to one of them; they were great. So we'll be bringing that back. So this will be taking place on September 21st. At the moment we're using Kickstarter predominantly as sort of pre-ordering tickets, but there's obviously extra bonuses if you want to support us by giving us extra money for things. If you want to pay more, we'll give you extra goodies and t-shirts and the like, or you can get involved in more stuff. But predominantly it's mainly intended for sort of pre-ordering is the main purpose, because it gives us an idea of what sort of attendance we can expect as well. Based on the ticket sales, we've got an idea of pretty much how many people are actually going to turn out to the dang thing. It should be cool. That's always a nice little statistic to know before your event goes live. If you know whether it's going to do well or not before you launch. That's pretty cool. It's a good, nice way to. And of course, it basically, doing it through Kickstarter guarantees a degree of safety on both parties. I mean, we know all the costs are covered. We're not putting down our own personal money to make this thing happen, so it's safe for us. And basically, it only happens for you guys if enough people actually want it to happen. So if only 5 people actually go, oh yeah, well, this sounds good, yeah, let's join this, and then nobody else, and everyone's like, pretty boring. Fine, have your way. It's not going to happen. Well, it will happen. That's my point, is about the free bar thing. We will be putting it on, but it won't be as big, and basically we can cater to the size of the audience that want to attend. So if hundreds of people want to show up, then we've got the whole building to work with, so it's scalable. And obviously, yeah, like I say, if nobody wants to turn up, we can put it on for free, and you can come in for minimal cost. I'll get to that in a moment. So you can come in for next to nothing. We get to put the event on for free, and yeah, that's the meat and bones of it, that bit. And I was going somewhere with that one. I've kind of stumbled off my train of thought with that. Don't know where I was going. At any rate, yeah, let's just talk cost. Like I say virtually free. Basically, the structure we're kind of wanting to do is, I mean, it's a little bit experimental for an event, but obviously the gaming industry kind of likes it at the minute, what with the humble indie bundles and the like. What we're kind of wanting to do is thinking, pay what you want. Basically, we'll be throwing a bunch of extra goodies in on the door. We'll be doing door prizes and the like for people who have pre-ordered a ticket. Because we don't want you to feel like we're cheating you. If we say, and we are saying, £4 pre-order a ticket online, but it's pay what you want on the door, which means you can pay a penny and come in for that much, well, you're going to feel cheated by doing that, and we don't want that. We don't want you to feel cheated, so we are going to be throwing in goodies and stuff if you actually pre-order your ticket and show your support for us. So you'll be getting extras, and of course you'll get to go to the front of the queue. Everybody else is going to be queuing down the street, we hope. And you will get to waltz in the front door and go, hi guys, I got this ticket, and we'll go, come right on in, but first play our mini games for winning free loot and shinies and goodies. Because that's kind of what we've got in mind. We're going to set up a bunch of little mini games, you can play them and you can win goodies, and everybody else who turns up and pays a paltry amount, well, they get to come in, but they don't get to have as much fun as you guys. So, if you pre-order tickets, you get the fun and games. That's what we're here for, games, right? Games. So yeah, pay what you want. I mean, it'll probably be sort of, might do a kind of beat the average thing. If you didn't pre-order your ticket, but you still want to play the mini games, beat the average. I don't know how we'll keep track of the average. Probably a spreadsheet of some sort is probably the way you'd have to do that. But yeah, it seems like a pretty solid plan on the whole. So yeah, if the Kickstarter's live, and I hope it will be by the time this video goes live, go check that out. If it's not, watch this space. I do kind of like using this video as a sort of sneak preview of stuff that's coming up in the world of Button Mash, as well as my usual rambling thoughts. So if it's not live, then you guys who watch this video get a sneak preview and great, yeah, wonderful. Hello to you guys. Get a sneak preview. Everyone else has to sit and wait for the normal announcement. Consider this your early announcement. Another big feature. Completely almost forgot to talk about this. Is I've been to the Penny Arcade Expo PAX East twice now. One thing that they do that we kind of, I'm borrowing their idea, something I want to emulate, something that works really well, is a lot of fun, and is really cool. I haven't seen a lot of this, but what I have seen of it I really like. Basically, at PAX, they do the Omegathon, and I've got room for pills, I can pop that. The Omegathon is a gaming tournament kind of thing. They draw people at random, people who have already bought tickets ahead of time. So when you buy a ticket, you say, yes, I want to be included in the drawing to enter your gaming tournament. I mean, we've run tournaments on the day before, sort of picked by a sign-up sheet. That's a mess, let me tell you. So we do want to do this sort of sign-up ahead of time, because that's a good format that works. Turning up on the day is just messy. So if you can absolutely guarantee that you're going to attend the entire event and you want to be included in the tournament, please check the little box on the sign-up that says, I want to be included in the... we're calling it the mashup, because we're going to go... We've got a few MASH-related puns at this stage. Mostly based on the theme of Mastro, because what we're calling our mashup contenders are Mastronauts! Which... I'm nominating for Pun of the Year, by the way. I think that's hilarious. Mastronaut. So our Mastronauts, we will pick 16 of from people who have pre-purchased tickets and actually want to get involved in such things. Or we have a extra level on our rewards, which means you can buy your way into it. If you're willing to pay the extra, you can guarantee a part in the tournament. If you absolutely must be a part of it, and you must be, believe me, it's going to be good. So yeah, if you pay that level, you can get in, and we'll just sort of pick 15 at random, or if 5 people back in at that level, then we'll pick 11 at random. Basically, we'll make the numbers up to 16 is what we'll do. 16 people will enter, and only one will leave with glory, fame, and a... I'm working on it, but I'm working on getting a cool trophy for the winner. Everybody who enters will be getting a custom, very limited edition Mastronaut t-shirt to show their participation in the mashup. And yeah, well, you know, t-shirts and the prestige of being a VIP and a Mastronaut should be reward itself, but in case it's not, the winner of the tournament... Why have I got this? I can get rid of that, can't I? Didn't realise I could get rid of that. Yeah, the winner will go on to receive a trophy and probably some other goodies that we'll put together a little bit closer to the time. In the past, we've sort of given away games and stuff as prizes, and they're always a pretty solid choice because we're here because we like games, and we presume you do too. So yeah, you can look forward to games being given away. So they're cool. So that's something we want people to be a part of. Basically at this stage we don't know what games we're going to be including in the tournament, but it will be a variety of stuff. The Omegathon, which it is based on obviously, usually includes a variety of stuff. It's not just video games. It's not just going to say, oh, everybody play Halo, oh, everybody play Street Fighter, oh, everybody play Tetris or whatever. We're not just going to go through the ropes of playing a bunch of video games. We're going to be a little bit more interesting than that. The great example that I may actually just steal the idea because I love it this much, the semi-final Omegathon round at PAX this year was three-legged giant Jenga. They set up a giant Jenga set on the stage, tied... how many contestants do they have at that stage? They would have had 8 contestants at that stage, I think. They tied 8 contestants into pairs and did 2 rounds of Jenga. Ooh, and... I guess my... I thought I'd fix this, but I guess my frame rate spikes aren't completely absent, which is a terrible shame, and needs dealing with imminently. So yeah, they tied the contestants into pairs, so they had 4 pairs of people, and they had to play Jenga. So one person would select the Jenga block, and the other person had to remove it, I think was kind of the format. And then they kind of took turns doing it until the tower fell, because, you know, Jenga. That's how it works. I trust you understand the rules of Jenga. So, oh, there's hearts there, I didn't need to... Damn it! Why drop while I'm taking my pill? That's evil! Evil! So that's something I might do, because that was friggin' fun. And basically I had Mike and Jerry, the founders of Penny Arcade and the organisers of PAX, doing the commentary for it. And they're great commentators. And I'm hoping I'm a great commentator, otherwise, you know, why are people watching? I hope my commentary is up to scratch, and I shall be grabbing a microphone and talking at people while you pull blocks out of a tower. And you will be entertained. Yes, you will. At least I hope so. If I'm doing my job right, You should be. So that just sounds like a really fun experience, not just for them, but for me as well. That's something I want to do. So I will be entertained by your Jenga, and I will be entertained by entertaining people with the microphone. Hopefully, is where that will be going. And then we'll pick some other stuff out that will be equally cool to that. And there'll probably be a standard video game format in there as well, because you know people are there for video games. But we'll pick some interesting stuff out as well, just to make it all spicy and interesting. And yeah. So please go sign up to that. If you can back in at the higher level to get yourself a reserved place in the tournament, definitely go do that, because it's something you'll want to be a part of. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be a very prestigious place. Everybody will like, oh my god, check out that guy, he's a Mastronaut. That's so cool, I wish I was a Mastronaut. How do you sign up to Mastronaut? I guess you need to sign up to Masha? It is the button mash Aeronautics and Space Administration for Masha? Yeah, we need to found Bamasha. So yeah, you can become a Mastronaut and be the first man in a video gaming tournament. Maybe not space. We cannot promise to send you to space, but it would be just as cool as if you did. It'd be better than going to space. You'd be like, space? Space sucks. I don't want to go to space. What's space got? Space doesn't have giant Jenga where I'm tied to some random stranger and forced to cooperate with them while some strange British guy commentates over the top of me. Space doesn't have that. Space just has... It has a lot of nothing is what it has. It's a big empty void and it's totally uninteresting, and you wouldn't want to go there anyway. It's pretty cold, I hear, and there's no atmosphere, and you know... I mean, we're going to have an atmosphere. We can promise you an atmosphere. I will guarantee you this. Our event will have oxygen, which is more than space can say for itself. We're already better than space. So I think we're reaching the end here, and I have been rambling for a lot longer than I anticipated with this. I had a question lined up, and I had topics lined up and other things, and I've just been rambling for half an hour about what we're going to be doing. And I think I vaguely recall the point that I trailed off on about security and protections. Basically, with the Kickstarter, sort of, we'll be pre-ordering the tickets, but if we don't meet our goal, we don't get to just pocket your money and do a runner with it. Because it's Kickstarter, you'll get your money back, and you can still turn up on the day and pay what you want to get in. So it's totally a safe bet for you. If you pay your money and we get funded, you've got your ticket pre-ordered for the best event of the year. And I'm just trying to do that without blowing myself up. And if we do get funded, you've got your ticket guaranteed. You can come down, jump the queue and get straight in. If we don't get funded, you get your money back. You come down and join our smaller, slightly more cozier affair and pay what you want on the door and come down, sit in a really cool, nice little sort of indie alternative bar. Really cool, friendly staff and a really nice ambience, and sit around on sofas playing Mario Kart and Street Fighter and whatever have you. We'll basically fill the bar with consoles and games, and you can sit and play games with all your mates while drinking in a really cool bar. It's going to be a good experience no matter what happens. So that was the point I trailed off on about 15 minutes ago, which suddenly popped back into my brain, which is always good. I like when that happens. So thank you very much for watching. Please do go check out the Kickstarter. Forget liking. I mean, please still like, but there's more important things at this stage. At this stage, you need to go to our Kickstarter, have a look at it, and back me and my colleagues. That's the most important thing in the world right now. But also, if you want to, please do leave a like on this video, because that helps me out a load. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure to have you, as always. My name's been Meroka, and I shall see you next time.